Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 26th of September 2020. Welcome to video number 274. Today, I don't know why, I just felt that I need to talk about courage and why there's a lot of misconception regarding this. And it hurts our relationship to a very, very important degree. So that's why if you're struggling with this, that's a video for you. Listen, so many of us find ourselves in a situation when we kind of see ourselves as a really courageous person, and you can see a lot of that. A lot of that situations that you basically been bold in how you behave, and you don't see yourself in that you're lacking any of it. And the basic reason for this is that all your life you've been basically be able to do this kind of stunts, like, I don't know, doing something really crazy. You're with a bunch of your guys and they tell you, get up on this tree and jump into the water, or you just, have this brilliant idea to jump over the roof of your house to break the table, which is next to the pool. It's a stupid idea, but even though you found somehow courage to do so, but then when it's come to your relationship, nothing comes easy. Everything is scary, and maybe she, maybe you kind of thought about, is that lack of courage? I'm just afraid of it. And this is what we're gonna look at it, because first of all, I want you to understand that it completely makes no sense to think that you have courage to do stupid things and pull this kind of stunts like jumping from the roof, and then not being able to be courageous in your own relationship. It makes completely no sense. It makes much more sense if you look at it, because my working theory is that it has nothing to do with your courage. Let me explain. Look, think about what really pushes you to do these dumb stunts when you're with your friends. What is the thing that really makes you go farther than you thought you'll be able to go? Because let's say it straight, it's not something that you really dream about doing, like jumping from the roof on a table. You're gonna break the table, you're gonna spill the beer, and probably you'll hurt yourself. That's not something that you wake up in the morning and say, that would be so awesome to do that. So what pushes you to have guts to pull this stunt? And if you look close enough, there are a bunch of your friends who are gonna say, yeah, get on a tree, go on a roof, just jump, 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 jump. And when you're gonna do this, even though you're probably gonna hurt yourself, they're gonna say, that was cool, that was dope. So listen, maybe it's not a problem of courage that you're having, problems with having guts to do some stuff in your relationship. Maybe it simply is just lack of support. Look, how many times, whatever you do in your relationship, you come with a critic. How many times you heard from your own wife or maybe from other guys when they say, no matter what I do, whether I do something or I'm not doing, or we're gonna do this or not, I'm gonna hear that it's wrong and I'm gonna hear complaining. So first of all, maybe it's all about support. Maybe it's just not about lacking of courage. But then if that's the problem, that we're lacking support, let's look how it has impact on your relationship and how you behave. Because if whatever you do in your relationship, it's seen as wrong, then how do you expect yourself to won't do anything? You're just not gonna bother. That's that simple. You just try not to make the situation worse. And unfortunately, I can see so many of us guys struggling with this, and that's why you feel like you're in a prison. Even though you love this girl, even though you love being in a relationship with her, you feel like you're in a prison and you're suffocating. Why? Because first of all, you cannot be yourself, and second, whatever idea comes to your head, you're afraid to share it with her, because you're kind of assuming, not even expecting, you're assuming that you'll find complaints, and she's gonna say that this is stupid. But then I want you to ask yourself a question. How would you feel if she would support everything that you come with? Let's go to extreme, and let's say whatever idea you come up with and talk to her about it, she's gonna say okay. And it's, let's say, PG-13 channels. I'm not gonna go towards crazy ideas, but let's say you're coming home and say, listen, babe, I know that I'm a car mechanic, but I thought about learning how to skydive. Go for it. I thought about learning how to trade. I need some money. Go for it. What if we sell everything and go live in Thailand? When should I supposed to start packing? Then first of all, you're going to be so surprised that it just basically never happened. But then you start to think, I think I'll really need to think through what I'm thinking about, what idea I want to bring to the table in our relationship, because she's gonna say yes. So then you're gonna start really thinking what are the things that you want to do or make change or whatever you want to talk about, right? And that's good. That's because it'll teach you how to be really reasonable with the things that you want to talk about. But second, how would you feel if you're going to come up with the idea, you really think about learning how to trade? It's kind of something that you've really been thinking about for a long time. And she'll come and say, go for it. If you feel inside that this is something that you need to do, go for it. If you'll come home and say, listen, I'm thinking about changing my workplace or changing the team. I think I want to do something else. If you feel that it's something that you need to do, just go for it. How would you feel in the long run if she'll really be supportive? That would completely change your mind, completely change your approach, change how you see your relationship, how you see yourself in it. So that's why this is what I want you to understand, that it has nothing to do with your courage. That you have it here with your friends and you have know of it when you're in a relationship. It's not true. What you don't have is support. It's feeling that you can come home and share, listen, I've been thinking about ... Because if you feel that she's going to complain, you're never going to open up, and you're never going to try to reach for things that will need you to get out of your comfort zone and will need you to expand. But if she would be supportive, then it completely changes the game, because then you start to think, I will have to rethink it, because she's going to say yes, and then I will have to do it? I don't know. But then if she's supportive, then I really think through what the things that I want to do, and then I know that she's going to support me, and I'll be able to expand. I'll be able to change. I'll be able to mature. And that completely changes the way you see your relationship and how you feel in it. So point number 3, if it's not about courage, it's about support, how can we bring that to our relationship? And the first thing that I want you to kind of grasp is every change like this you'll have to bring as a guy. That's not her role to bring changes like this to a relationship. That just to be said out loud. But then what I want to propose, what would you think about idea to just sit down and say, girl, listen, I want us to be much more supportive for each other. I want us to really not be afraid to say about things that we think about, things that we feel inside that we want to change, that we want to do, that we want to challenge, that we want to expand, learn, grow. I want us to set a rule that we're going to support each other no matter what, 100% of the time. The only moment that we're going to say no is when, or we're going to do something differently, is when we see the red flag. Let's say that you're not really good with money, and you don't have a good score for the last few years that you've been together. So she will say, listen, I don't think spending money for this right now is a good idea, but let's think about it, let's strategize, let me hear, why do you really want to do this? And you'll say, listen, I don't know, I've been thinking about it for years now, I really would like to try. So she'll say, listen, maybe, you're not good with dealing with money, so let's try it this way. What do you think about it? Try it for a month. Get up every day and just do the paper trading, or open some demo account and just go for it. If you'll be able to do that for a month, and at the end of the month you'll say, yeah, this is exactly what I want to do, then we'll not lose any money, because you lose it definitely at the beginning, like everybody does. That's a learning curve, right? But if if in a month you will say, this is exactly what I want to do, then we'll get some money and give you like $500,000 for you to just go for it. Is that sounds fair to you? And now she's supportive. She's having some red flags, so she's trying to give you a solution that will help you to start what you want to do, but do it, so everybody feels safe. So first of all, you will be surprised that everything is doable, because in general, what you'll see is there is a need that you try to fulfill by doing something. Sometimes you've got an idea and it's a great idea, and you'll be surprised how many times your girl will be supportive. She'll say, this is a great idea, go for it. But sometimes it's just about talking about it and find a way to do it safely for both of you. But then, now, even if there's going to be something completely different, it's going to cover your need, because it's about your need, not really doing what you think that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But interestingly enough, if you're going to go for this and you're going to do it both ways, she's going to support you, you're going to support her, you will be surprised how big change it will bring to your relationship. In a few months, you will not recognize yourself, because you're gonna support each other, you're gonna cover each other's backs, and whatever idea you'll have, you'll have complete courage, and you would even want to talk about it in your relationship, because you're growing, you're changing. That's exactly what you want to talk about. So it'll teach you not only being supportive to each other, but it will teach you how to talk to each other. It'll teach you how to share things that are really important for you. It'll help you how to cooperate, not to compete, because your relationship is not a Cold War. So listen, this is what I want you to take from this video. If you're seeing yourself that you struggle with courage in your relationship, even though in so many other situations and environments you're able to be completely fluent in that, it's not about your courage. It might be that you lack support. So that's why be the one who is smart enough to start this conversation, open this door for you, to really help yourself be supportive to each other no matter what. And then if you have some red flags, to find a solution to cover the need really, and find a way to make it happen, but safely for both of you. And you'll be surprised when you end up, because in a few months, you'll be completely in love with the girl, you'll be completely in love with the relationship that you have. So think about it and do something about it, because the one thing that you're not lacking is courage. One thing that you really do is a support. So do something about it. If you like this video, like, share, comment. If you didn't, comment as well. Tell me what you think and what is your experience. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, just give me a shout. I'll be really glad to do it for you. That being said, see you tomorrow.